Breaking news: Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese referred to the International Criminal Court accused of complicity in genocide, making him the first leader of a Western nation referred to the ICC under Article 15 of the Rome Statute. Reportedly, 100+ Australian lawyers have backed this move. These are some of the details. So, the document sets out a number of actions taken by the Prime Minister, other ministers, and members of Parliament, including Foreign Minister Wong and the Leader of the Opposition, for the prosecutor to consider and investigate. The document includes a list of allegations, including some of these: freezing $6 million in funding to the primary aid agency operating in Gaza, UNRWA, amid a humanitarian crisis based on unsubstantiated claims by Israel after the International Court of Justice had found it plausibly to be committing genocide in Gaza. Providing military aid and approving defense exports to Israel, which could be used by the IDF in the course of the prima facie commission of genocide and crimes against humanity. Ambiguously deploying an Australian military contingent to the region, where its location and exact role have not been disclosed. Permitting Australians, either explicitly or implicitly, to travel to Israel to join the IDF and take part in its attacks on Gaza. Providing unequivocal political support for Israel's actions, as evidenced by the political statements of the Prime Minister and other members of Parliament, including the Leader of the Opposition. So I had no idea what this was, so I looked it up. The Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court is the treaty that established the International Criminal Court. It was adopted at a diplomatic conference in Rome, 17th of July 1998, and it entered into force the 1st of July 2002. As of February 2024, 124 states are party to that statute. The Rome Statute establishes four core international crimes: genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. So, Article 15 is specifically about the crimes of aggression. The court may exercise jurisdiction over the crime of aggression in accordance with Article 13, paragraphs A and C, subject to the provisions of this article. Articles 13A and C, the court may exercise its jurisdiction with respect to a crime referred to in Article 5 in accordance with the provisions of this statute if a situation in which one or more of such crimes appears to have been committed is referred to the prosecutor by a state party in accordance with Article 14. C. The prosecutor is initiated in an investigation in respect of such a crime in accordance with Article 15. And Article 5, the jurisdiction of the court shall be limited to the most serious crimes of concern to the international community as a whole. The court has jurisdiction in accordance with this statute with respect to the following crimes: the crime of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. So, if I'm understanding that correctly, they're being brought to court for crimes of aggression, for complicity in crimes of aggression. This is a massive step in the right direction, and I think we're going to see a lot of this in the coming years. And I hope sooner than that we see more world leaders being brought to court like this. So many Western leaders, especially, are complicit in the ongoing genocide of the Palestinian people. The United States, of course, sending billions of dollars, sending weapons, sending their own soldiers to participate in the genocide. The United States has also frozen funds to the UNRWA, provided military aid, ambiguously deployed American military. We've seen images of American soldiers there. We've heard reports from Palestinians on the ground of American soldiers there. I'm sure we have Americans who have joined the IDF. And without a doubt, our leaders are providing unequivocal political support for Israel's actions. The big one that comes to my mind is Joe Biden calling himself a Zionist. But we've seen plenty of White House spokespeople being wishy-washy about what's going on in Israel, refusing to even say the word Palestine to validate it as a country. Plenty of smarter people than me could definitively prove that the United States and other Western leaders are complicit, as they have with the Australian Prime Minister and more of their leaders. This is a great move. Let's keep it going. Free Palestine.